Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. What we just show you is just the tip of the iceberg about the nature that this world is experiencing every day. The suffering in Gaza, not only in Gaza, in Ukraine, in Africa, in fact, even in our society. The last two cases were just happening so near to us. One is about a young lad, about age 17, near my hometown in Malacca, so near to us. My sister told me about that. Oh, so near. We just so nearby to us. And that young boy killed his mother and his brother. And then the other one just happened a few days ago, just somewhere near here, in the city, in a secondary school. A boy at the age of 14 killed an older girl, 16 years old. What happened to our society? What happened to our world? This is only just a little bit. I'm sure all of you have some kind of experience about incomprehensible mess in people's life around us. Maybe not as severe as shown here, which is more shocking, but it still happens. Why people behave in this way, that way? Why, while they want to seek happiness and create so much causes of suffering to themselves? What happened? What actually happened? And how do we look at it from the perspective of the Buddha's teaching? That's what today I want to share with you. One very helpful answer to all this. Dependent origination, paticca samuppada, which is one key of the teaching in this monastery that our meditators are practicing and realizing and experiencing. Dependent origination. So today it's not possible to teach dependent origination in such a short time. So it's an introduction, just to arouse your concern, your care, and your attention towards this truth, the reality expounded by the Buddha. And what is paticca samuppada? What is dependent origination? In the original text, it's given this way. In introduction, in summary, iti imasmin sati idang hoti, imasu pada idang upajati. Translated in English means, thus when there is this, that is, with the arising of that, with this, that arises. I'll explain a bit later. And then in the 12th link, later we go to the Buddha say, so simple, people may not be able to understand how to relate such a simple thing in their life. Then the Buddha expounded the 12th link of paticca samuppada, comprising past lives, present life, and future lives. It's given in the Pali like this. Avijja pacaya sankara, sankara pacaya vijnanam, vijnana pacaya nama rupa, nama rupa pacaya salayatana, salayatana pacaya paso, pasa pacaya vedana, vedana pacaya tanna, tanna pacaya upadana, upadana pacaya bhava, bhava pacaya jati, jati pacaya jaramarnam, soka pardeva dukkha domanasupayasa sambhavanti, evam metasa kevalasa dukkha khandasa samudaya hoti. It means like this. Dependent on ignorance, our sankhara, sometimes translation of formations, and sometimes they want to use activities to be more easily understood. But the precise word is formations. Dependent on formations, consciousness arises. Dependent on consciousness, mentality and materiality arises. Dependent on mentality and materiality, the 6 bases arises. 6 bases, the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Dependent on the 6 bases, contact arises. Dependent on contact, feeling arises. Dependent on feeling, craving arises. Dependent on craving, attachment arises. Dependent on attachment, existence arises. Dependent on existence, birth, a new birth takes place. Dependent on birth, aging, death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, unhappiness, despair come to be. Thus is the arising of this whole mass of suffering. We won't go into detail. Later I will show the fundamentals of it for you. So talking about this dependent origination, there are 3 time frames involved. You see, you can see from the graph. Avijja, ignorance and formation come from the past, and how the past condition the present. And the present, there are factors: consciousness, mentality, materialistic basis, contact, feeling, craving, attachment, existence. Existence, there are 2 aspects, but for simplicity, in this talk, we don't go too far into it. So then next line, jati, and then jaramarna, birth, aging, and death. So it comprises 3 time frames: past, present, and future. Do you find difficulty? It's confusing, so many things, so many terms. Last time my mother also asked me the same thing. Bhante, Buddhism is so profound, so many terms. I'm an old lady. I have not studied much. Can I do this meditation? Then I asked her a question back. I told her, I asked her, when you go to somewhere, you want to go somewhere far away, you need to master the map perfectly before you go embark on your journey? She said, no, not necessarily. If I get a good guide, yeah, I can go. I said, similarly, for those who need to satisfy their theoretical knowledge, they need to know, because otherwise they won't have the faith, the conviction to move ahead. But for those who faithfully follow the teacher's obedient instruction, obediently follow the instruction of the teachers, and if the teacher is really competent and qualified, then the teacher can guide. So for old ladies, old men, if you think this kind of theoretical things is a bit difficult for you, don't worry. No need to worry. If you have faith in your teacher, we can guide you, show you step by step what you do, how to develop concentration, how to develop a light of wisdom, how to use the light of wisdom to shine. From today, your materiality, mentality, to yesterday, up to the mother's womb, and then from the mother's womb, go backward. Then the end of past life, and then the beginning of past lives, and then one life after another. And when you see this, then you can see as experience. Not necessarily you have to memorize those terms, but material. Just like you go to the mountain height, you go to the summit, you may not, if you see the animals, the worms, earthworms, the trees, you need not know how to name it. But if you come along, you will see what appears to your eyes. You will see the reality. Similarly, when you meditate, you can see the reality even if you don't know how to name it. Name is another thing. That is for scholars. But if you see the reality, that's beneficial. So please have confidence. You can try. Everyone can try, as long as you follow a instruction of a competent teachers. Okay? Now, what is the benefit when you can see these 12 links of Paticca What benefits? Do you still have doubt in rebirth? Do you really still have doubt in rebirth? No. You wouldn't have any doubt in rebirth. Will you have doubt in the law of cause and effect? No. Because these 2 aspects, these 2 truths and realities are fully covered by the dependent origination reality. It's a reality. Whether there's a Buddha appearing in the world or not, these truths are there. The Buddha discovered it and showed us a way to discover it for ourselves. So let's see, this knowledge comes in 3 ways actually. When you first hear this thing from me, okay, Pandit Maṅgala now in the Katina ceremony teach about Paticca, introduce, I cannot say teacher because it's too short time. Just introduce the idea of Paticca Samuppada, dependent origination. Well, first time you hear about it, you got some ideas. What is this? This is Sutta Maya Panya. Knowledge imparted to you through books, reading, hearing, first-hand knowledge, hearing, but it's a concept. But you get those concepts first time. That's Sutta Maya Panya, hearing wisdom or knowledge. And when you go further and reflect upon it, when you go back, today I heard about dependent origination. Is it true? Does it occur to around me? Look at the tree, look at the stars, look at everything around you, human, animate or inanimate. Is it true that everything is conditioned by another things? This arise, that arise. This vanish, that vanish. By vanish part, we are not talking for this talk. Okay? This arise and that arise. Then when you reflect like that, you get to get a sense of truthfulness, reality. You feel convinced. Some may have doubt, but some may feel convinced. If you feel convinced and you feel you can understand, that is Cinta Maya Panya. Reasoning, reflective, contemplative knowledge. Thinking power. Our thinking power. Not direct experience, not insight. Then thirdly, when you come to meditate here in Dhamma or in Pa'ao, in one of the Pa'ao centers, the branch, or you may learn from the Sayadaws, so many good teachers. Then you first develop your concentration up to a point you have sufficient light of wisdom. Up to a point you have a mastery over the light of wisdom that your mind can shine out, can shine beyond the visible dimensions, break through the space limit and break through the time limit, past and future. When you see past and when you see future not yet happened. It's a projection. It can change, but past cannot change. Past is your record. Okay? So you can, if you use this past and future and space, is there another world? Is there ghosts? Is there 3 devas? Is there devas and brahmas up there? And when you can realize that for yourself, you break through. There's another world. There's hell. Then you open up the space in the mind and the time frame in your mind. This is very powerful. Time and space open up in our mind. So often we suffer. We create all our wrong deeds or whatever. Because of ignorance of that we will be reborn again if we don't attain final liberation this life. You will be reborn again. See? And then this will happen. And how? When you know that you will be reborn, it concerns you that this is important. My life is not so short. Enjoy, then die, but not finish. Some people think, I want to commit suicide, but not finish. After suicide, your life continue. Nobody ends your life by committing suicide. Next life continue. Usually very bad. Not easy to cut the last thought moment for good. Not to say impossible, but very difficult. So, this is very beneficial. You break through past, present, and future knowledge. And when you see your future, using a bit similar way, then you will see your future, what will happen. And if you're not satisfied, you can change it. There are the signs to change your future lives. We teach here also. If you see your future life, you're not satisfied, we will teach you how to change your future. And then after that, you see again, your future will be changed, but not the past. Past is already the same. So, this is the benefit time and space, break through the limit that hinder, inhibit, or limit our mind. So coming back to dependent origination, it dispels 16 types of doubt in our life. Was about the past. Was I in the past? Was I not in the past? What was I in the past? How was I in the past? Having been what? What was I in the past? Shall I be in the future? Shall I not be in the future? What shall I be in the future? How shall I be in the future? Having been what? What shall I be in the future? And then the present. Am I? Am I not? You may find it puzzling, but some people actually doubt this, especially the quantum physicists. They say, wow, when they study up to quantum level, all the elements, they got shocked. What is this called human? Eventually, empty. Nothing substantial. So this question can arise in our mind. Am I? Am I not? What am I? How am I? Whence will this being have come? And whether or where will it be bound? Where will it be bound? Whether will it be bound? It's an archaic ancient verse. Okay. So if you dispel all this doubt, ask your mind, what will happen if you have no more any of these 16 doubts? Through the practice of dependent origination, you will see your life very differently. We tend to be more responsible. And look at those things. What happened in the Gaza? What happened, to the 14-year-old boy and to the 17-year-old who killed the boy who killed the elderly sister in the school, and then the boy that killed the mother and his elder brother. What happened to their mind? If they know this, if they don't have this doubt, if they know after dying, your life doesn't end there. Even you commit suicide, your life doesn't end there. Carry on. So you need to be careful. You care about how your life will progress in future. And then there are cause and effect. Whatever you do now have a great impact upon your future. Then, very sure, people won't do those things. So, but of course, some people will say, well, some people's bad karma need to be ripened. So if I kill them, I help them to exhaust the karma. Don't do that. If people's karma want to ripen, they will ripen somehow or other. Whether get a tsunami or earthquake or something, people will die. But why should you do something, create a new causes, wrong causes to help other people to exhaust their bad karma? No need. And the way we exhaust our bad karma is not only one way. There can be many ways. So that's the time frame. So I hope next time we may discuss further about this. Because of time, today's talk, the purpose is to introduce, to arouse your attention to the power of Dhamma, this power of reality, that how it may and it can transform our mind and transform how we lead our life and how we behave in thought, speech, and action, and move towards the brighter light. Okay? So this truth is so precious, because once you break through this knowledge experientially, you have no doubt about the future. You have very much clarity in formulating your goals and in finding the methodology, the right courses to achieve the goal you choose for your life. Okay? So I'll end here, and hopefully all of you try, make wish. I know life is not easy out there. Make wish so that you will have the supporting conditions to come in and meditate, either as a lay person or better still as a temporary monk or nun or permanent monk or nun. Okay? So this knowledge is so precious because the world needs it, and so many people need this knowledge for their life. In fact, all beings need this knowledge if you want to be liberated from pain and suffering. Okay? So this knowledge is so precious, and hopefully we will share this knowledge far and wide and let more people experience and realize the power of Dhamma in each of their lives. Okay. So we shall good health, happiness. So we shall wish always come true and may be able to realize higher Dhamma. Okay. So we make a short share of memories. Idang me punyang asawakaya wahang hotu. May all these merits enable me overcome my defilements and all causes of suffering. Idang me punyang nibbanasa pacaya hotu. May these merits be a supporting condition for my realization of Nibbana, the ultimate happiness. Mama punya bhagang sabba satana bhajemi te sabhe me sama punya bhagang labantu. I share my merits with all beings. May they get an equal share of my merits. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.